Bingo. One of them decided to run over the country club green that I play at because, well, that was his way of protesting. Hey, you jackasses that play golf, look at my Prius. He he went to super jail. Uh, I didn't leave a 1 mile vicinity of my house yesterday. I looked at Amy. I said, "We can do anything you want to. That's right here. You want to go any further? You're no, just no." Nope. Jaguars suck. What had happened is the Jacksonville Jaguars realized, oh no, Liam Cohen's just a big stupid goober. Hey, if it's about college, I'm not allowed to say shit. We lost to Stanford. For sure. Virginia, Louisville, SMU, and Georgia Tech. Who didn't have that shit? This is cakewalk. I actually had Vanderbilt over wins this year, so I must say I did hear a new nickname for Diego Pavia that I now cannot unhear. Johnny Manziel was Johnny Football. Diego Pavia is Juani Football, and I will never. And you know what's funny? It was a Vanderbilt guy that told it to me. It's like, holy shit, that is awesome. I don't really like doing anything against the Jets in the run game today. The only problem is that game's in a fucking hurricane. Correct. The problem is that the problem is Tua's not good in weather. He never has been. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Dowdle, and I'll tell you why. Running backs that catch have fucked with the Jets for years, and I could easily see a path that it happens again. I would go Dowdle. Chuba is worthless today. I believe. I am I'll be honest with you. The number one thing that has scared the shit out of me that I've read today is that the Carolina Panthers are looking at the way the Seattle Seahawks use Zach Charbonnet and Kenny Walker to figure out how to use Rico Dowdle and Chuba Hubbard, which means now they both suck. So awesome. Thank you for that, you dickwads. Do we have to? Oh, I love Brees today. Everybody for the Jets shitting everybody's punch bowl because the Denver Broncos are good at defense. The Carolina Panthers are fucking not. He's not going to play. Mm-mm. He's doubtful. And before you, there is only one potential pass catching benefactor, and you have to understand what you're going to get out of him if you decide to play him. It's Mason Taylor, and he averages about the width of my dick every time he catches a football. So he will catch 9 balls for a foot. Little dick joke. Boom. Bringing the thunder. God, there are. It's Kittle, Boo, Vidal for me. Just be careful with that. Be careful with that. He can. And the thing with the Houston Texans is I don't know who hurt the offensive play callers in Houston, but they fucking hate fantasy football. And the minute you think you know what they're going to do, they're going to do the exact opposite. So I'm actually playing Woody Marks. I'm playing Woody Marks in one league because I'm killed at running back and I don't have a choice. The problem with Kittle is, or the problem with Kelsey is that he currently looks like he should be doing Metamucil commercials about how his poopies have gotten better. Uh, he looks 1,000 years old. Yes, that feels like a dynasty. I do too. I I would love to say that. I would love to say fired coach bump, except the fired coach was one that nobody liked, and the new coach is also somebody that nobody liked. So, doubt you're going to get that. Arizona, how the fuck did you lose to that team? I think Mike Norvell could beat them. Boo. I do love Rashid Shaheed. Here's the only thing I would caution you: it's going to be quite windy in the Windy City, and Spencer Rattler in that shit scares the bejesus out of me. That's in a dome. That's in a dome. I do like that. Yes, it's Will Johnson and nobody else. That was actually what I was going to say about Romeo Dobbs. Is I don't know which one gets Will Johnson. I don't know who they're going to put on Will Johnson's side. So if it's Dobbs, then I like him less. That's okay. He'll get hurt in 5 seconds. Christian Watson has this very rare disorder where he breaks his legs every morning and his arms every evening. And then he wakes up and they're fine, and then he does it again. Dowdle Dobbs for me. I think either one's either. I think they're going to be the same guy. Dowdle is probably more touches. I like him catching the ball against the Jets. Shaheed just scares me with the weather. Diggs is hurt, or Swift is hurt. Diggs is hurt. Javante's the guarantee. Vidal's a guarantee. If Swift is up, I think he'll do work today. Although I like everything for New England, and I'm not saying Stephon Diggs. For what reason, I don't really know. Yes. How much do you get into how much do you get into the psychology of him coming out and saying that he wants to be a Saint for life? Hey, you can go try to win a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs, or you can hang out here. And I look, I love New Orleans. I love the city. It's awesome, especially if you stay on the right side of the bridge. I still don't understand the hey, I'm going to stay here and go through a rebuild when I'm a 30-year-old running back. I cannot fathom that. Oh, that Creole seasoning. That food is good. I like Kamara. It does. Or both. There are a lot of defenses you can play today, but I don't understand why you wouldn't play New England. Fast dude and rain, I'll pass. I hate none of that. I hate none of that except Achan. I do not like Achan. I no, go ahead. I sorry. I just saw something. I have a question after we talk about Danny's lineup. This London game's hammered. Oh, okay. I want to play a fun game. I want the two of you to name me the leading rusher for the Jacksonville Jaguars, the leading receiver for the Jacksonville Jaguars right now, and the leading receiver for the Los Angeles Rams. If you get any of the three of these right without looking, you're witches. Hunter Long, he's third. You got Colby Parkinson right. 3 for 47. 3 for 47 for Colby Parkinson. You did miss the other two, though. You're you're correct. Bingo. Nailed it. Nailed it. I love the way you thought that through, too. It was beautiful. Parker Washington has 2 carries for 8 yards. The longest one went 5, and he is leading them in rushing. Tim Patrick is their leading receiver, who I wager very few people actually knew he was on that team. 1 for 22. Yeah. And the Rams have just scored again. Matthew Stafford, 15 of 20, 127 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I picked him up and played him for free in 2 leagues this week. I like him. I like him a lot. Can anybody name me the starting slot corner for the Las Vegas Raiders? I think you would be better than this guy. It would be one Darnay Holmes. Yeah, stud UCLA, stud UCLA product Darnay Holmes. I remember when he came into the. I remember when he went through the draft process. I watched maybe 5 minutes of him and went, "You are not nearly fast enough to do what I want you to do." I thought he was going to end up playing safety. That's how fucking slow he was. Hmm. I want whoever they're playing on. Let's see. If I'm taking a Green Bay Packer receiver this week, I'm trying. This is one of those times that I wish I had enough time to break down every team. Whoever gets Will Johnson, I am terrified of, and I think it's going to be Romeo Dobbs. Whoever that would leave Dontavian Wicks on the other side, and that makes me just that makes me that scene in Wild Things turned on thinking about playing Dontavian Wicks. You know what scene I'm talking about. God, God, I may play Dontavian Wicks in fucking DraftKings. I hear Tank. Sorry, that was well timed. Dontavian Wicks is 3,600 on DraftKings. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. This is like when that girl walked in the bar when I was single, and she had a lip ring and a tattoo of a snake, and her name was like Mandy or Brandy or Candy or something that ended in Andy. And there was an I where there should be a Y, and there was an E where there should be an I. I'm gonna do it. I know I'm gonna do it. The question is, how long do I fight it, and do I try to act like I didn't want to? Shit. I know I'm gonna do this. And there's so many cheap receivers this week too, and that one doesn't make a damn lick of sense, but I want to. There it is. I am hammered. I'm hammered on Saquon today. He was the first player I put in my lineups because Minnesota is not good against the run, and Jalen Hurts is not great against the blitz. That this sets up to be Saquon goes for 205. I tend to agree. I'm actually sitting Devontae Smith in a redraft today for Rashee Rice, oddly enough. If Brandon Ayuk wasn't dead, my whole take a slew of guys that are not going to play the first 4 weeks would have paid off like a fucking champion. Unfortunately, Brandon Ayuk is in an iron lung. He's I think he is dead. Has anybody seen him? I think he's actually dead. I think he's actually in the ground and nobody is telling us that. No doubt. This is like that lead paint lie. Oh, lead paint's terrible for you. Then why did nobody die of lead poisoning? Stephen Dow sent me a conspiracy theory that's been stuck in my head for like 24 hours, and now I just want to paint my whole house in lead paint. I like CD a lot. How often can Dallas get George Pickens on Marshawn Lattimore? Because I don't want to see Trey Amos, and I don't want to see Mikey Sanders still. But whoever gets Marshawn Lattimore, you give me all of that. Didn't didn't think that one through. Yeah, he didn't think that one through. That's the one. That's what I'm struggling with right now. Because I have McCaffrey in every single freaking lineup, and I'm currently figuring out how much sprinkling of Dontavian Wicks do I do, and why am I going to fuck this up and not have the right 9? I'll have the right 9, just not together. Ugh. I'm going to say something that's this is going to sound like I'm being condescending, and I don't mean for it to. Why do we not use Matthew Hoffman for more shit? Like he just said Chris Moore at 3,000. I thought Chris Moore was going to be the play that no fucking analyst said out loud, and I have him sprinkled in a lot of places too. Gambit's resisting the urge to talk more shit about Louisville to me right now, which honestly I'm shocked he hadn't said more. As confident as I was that Louisville was going to lose to Miami, I would have been. He said, "I'm going to be a tad bit obnoxious. You deserve to be. You should be the biggest dick on the planet because I was a dick about it." I want every expensive running back I can get. If I can play three cheap ass receivers, I'm in. I I I do like Taylor, probably not as much as some other people do. Pass, also pass. Don't mind that one. Yeah, the last one you said right there is I feel like that's the free space on the wheel, and nobody's going to play him because he was such cheeks last week. Yep. I would I would play Dub's cat as a running back going against the Miami Dolphins. Just just give him the ball and let him take off because that's the way it's going to happen. They're so bad against the run. Tucker Craft. I the Cardinals are so bad against tight ends. Am I the only one that realizes that PFF apparently is they smoke crack now? So they did a fire. They did a fire and ice fantasy football players for this week. Their fire plays at running back are Jonathan Taylor, Bijan Robinson, Christian McCaffrey, Josh Jacobs, and Quinshon Judkins. In what fucking universe would you sit any of those five guys I just said? Ever. Oh, and at tight end, Sam Laporta, George Kittle, Trey McBride, and Jake Ferguson. No shit. Hey, don't play Jawan Johnson or Torrey Horton. This might be the stupidest thing I've ever read in my life. Wow. Wow. That is bang up analysis there. Oh, Jordan Schultz. I wish you and I had been there for that. I would have. I wish I could have been there just to throw Jordan Schultz through the front window of that Starbucks. Oh, I would have interjected myself immediately. Like, this is going to be a big story, and I'm about to be a big ass part of it because I just threw Jordan Schultz into traffic. I, I mean, at this point, if you're betting on the Heisman, I think you hate your money. I don't even know who I would put. I don't even know who I'd put the wager on. I had a Trinidad Chambliss, and that looked really good until about the start of the fourth quarter yesterday. And then I just ripped it up angrily like a fat old guy at the horse track. I don't either. Mm-hmm. Yes, because Justin Fields will not throw it to him if he's more than 4 yards downfield. He also could be triple covered today because they're not scared of shit on the outside. I mean, other than Jeremiah Smith, he might be right. Chris Bell's really good. Mm-hmm. I just keep going back to I could easily, and I know people are going to think I'm overvaluing this. Tua in rain, I could genuinely see them throwing for 65 yards today. Yeah. It's the holy shit. How did you get to the league when you can't hold a wet football? 21 to nothing, Los Angeles Rams. And finally, Travis Etienne has become your leading rusher for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 4 carries, 10 yards. Let's go. Let's go. The Jaguars have run it 10 times for 26 yards, and not one of them went more than 5. That's a 4 o'clock game, though. Or whichever receiver fills in for Dontavian Wicks, because, you know, they have 42 of them. Yeah, I Oh yeah, he's West Virginia. He's West Virginia, New York Jet. Geno Smith, the one that I know all too well. I did really enjoy at the end of his Seattle run where people would talk to me about Geno Smith like they knew him better than I did. Bro, he went to my college right after I left, and he played for my favorite NFL football team. Short of my children, I know this son of a bitch better than anybody on the planet. For sure, they catfished the shit out of me. He's not wrong. Um, I always like the second receiver playing against the Jets. The one thing I will caution you is that I think somehow after 6 games, Aaron Glenn finally figured that shit out because Brandon Stevens didn't play as many snaps last week. Jarvis Brownlee played in the slot, and he was really good. Who runs out of the slot for Carolina? I can find out. They've had so many iterations of receiver room that it's hard to figure out who's. I mean, because Renfro is the technical slot, but he only plays like 20. He only plays like 20 snaps a game. Is Coker up this week? I know they talked about it. Carolina's another one of those teams that you have one legit good receiver, and the rest of them are just a hodgepodge of bullshit. Mm. Oddly enough, I don't like a lot of Eagles either outside of Saquon. Not for me. I hate New England so much less today than I did 5 years ago. Well, you got rid of that. You got rid of that hooded jackass who I am dressing up as for Halloween. Ordered all the. I'm gonna have a blow up doll that's literally riding my coattails. I'm gonna tape it to my back and have it in go-go boots. Which oddly enough, my wife had a pair of, which I didn't ask questions. I just okay, that's that's fine. Um, I don't hate New England. And this is gonna sound weird because I think they're so much better than Miami. I hate Miami way more than I hate New England. New England's likable. I mean, I like Vrabel. I mean, obviously, I got to meet him the one time, which was not good for my liver, but it was good for storytellings. Yeah, he's a good time. I don't think you can kill that guy. I'm pretty sure if you shot him, he'd spit the bullet back at you. But I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not upset that you're back. I'm perfectly fine with it. I like Drake May. I think you did it the right way. New England did it the right way, though. Mm-hmm. I I feel like New England's going to go gang something, but it's not Busters. It does start with a B, though. Oh, yeah, this is going to be full on gang bang. It just Cam Ward is going to see a lot of men on top of him before this day is over. He is sitting on the white couch right now. Just shit, this is going to suck a lot. I didn't even have breakfast. I just here we go. Goddard's like that consistent. I mean, he's just. I think Goddard at this point's an every week play, which is shocking considering snap counts are low for him compared to other high end tight ends. I would play Goddard. It does help that their quarterback can't throw to the outside. That's a good point. That's a damn good point. The fired coach bump really only works if it's a coach that they'll rally around. And Mike McCoy missed his calling to work at the DMV. That's how much that's how much he's going to rally the troops. He was, and the Raiders, and he was terrible with both. I don't mind. I don't mind any of that. I do have a sweeping declaration about the 1 o'clock games. Watching Red Zone at I'll say 4:22. You're going to see that little leading fantasy wide receivers thing flip through, and none of them are going to have 100 yards. Well, I mean, every game's a weather game. And you look at the quarterback. It's not just that they're weather games. Look at the quarterbacks playing in weather games. Spencer Rattler, Caleb Williams, Tua Tagovailoa, Dylan Gabriel. I mean, Drake May. We haven't seen him play in a lot of weather games. Cam Ward. I have seen him play in weather games, and it didn't always go particularly well. The only one that I really trust is Mahomes. And Geno to a point. It never seemed to affect him in Seattle. Outside of that, it's a bunch of guys that I don't trust when it's 65 and sunny. I sure as shit don't trust them when it's a monsoon. I don't either. They're inducting Demaryius Thomas into the Ring of Honor in Denver at halftime. There are a million former Broncos. So our Tank and I's, it's actually Tank's boss, not as much mine. But great friend of mine, Zach Davis, is taking his son to this game. He lives here. Flew to Denver. This is his first Denver Bronco game. That place is going to be on fire. And you have Crayon Eater. I just think the Giants are going to get the shit beat out of them. It's not an easy place to play either. I mean, obviously being a mile high, but it's actually going to be warm, and that kind of makes it worse. I'm out on the Giants. I don't want anything to do with Scatterboo, Dart. I don't really like much from the Broncos either, though. I I, I prefer that to Bo or Sutton. Um, I want to love Marvin Mims. It seems like he keeps getting into really good situations, and Sean Payton just goes, "Fuck that guy." You drafted him, you hyped him, and you won't play him. And I do not understand that. I mean, I get it. He makes some mistakes. But, I mean, the thing that gets me about Mims is he was a guy that needed reps when he came out. And he hasn't gotten them for 3 years. He's played over 25 snaps exactly twice all year. And a lot of them are kick returns and punt returns. And it's so frustratingly stupid. I think this is a I think this is a week where like the millionaire winner is going to have crept over like 210. So if you got guys that you think go off, sacrifice something else. Hell, play Chris Moore. I don't give a shit. I think you can sustain a 5 this week and still win big. And I have a lot of pieces of Dallas, Washington. Code Code Talker asked that on my side of the stream. Of do I think Dak throws for over 300 yards? I think three's probably a little high, but I think he's really safe at 260. I mean, this is a shootout game of the day. Does anybody disagree with that? The thing that concerns me about Dak is that outside of the two times they've scored 40, he's only broken 260. I mean, it's been like 188, 251, 237, 261. Yeah. So if you're staying away from Ladd, which I'm not saying I disagree with you, what are you in on for the because I think this game will score points too. This will be the one that people don't have as many pieces of because they're going to get drunk on Washington, Dallas. Gaston is definitely the. I mean, he's the tight end that I want there. I guess I'm more looking at where is it that I want to attack Indianapolis. He's getting so much work. No doubt. How many running backs in the NFL are within 10 carries of Jonathan Taylor right now? It's three. Christian McCaffrey, James Cook, and Ashton Genty. There's only one more that's within 20, and that's Josh Jacobs. Good God almighty. I keep looking at I keep looking at QJ for the Chargers going, I don't see how he doesn't get one today. I mean, with no Travarius Ward, so I mean they're starting Jonathan Edwards on one side and Mekhi Blackman on the other side. I mean, you just look at how big Quinn. So I mean, Jonathan Edwards is going to have to be on him because he's the only big receiver they have, and Edwards is the only bigger corner that Indianapolis has. And I cannot emphasize this enough. He sucks. He played last week, and holy shit, he was terrible. What? I think so, yeah. Here's my take on Arizona Green Bay. What do you think the final score of this game is? Like, take the line out of it, because this is one of those times with a backup quarterback that you can't really, on the off chance that Jacoby Brissett comes in here and actually does do pretty well, which I don't think is going to happen. It's set at 45, and I would probably bet my ability to have fun for the rest of my life on the under. You're in the same boat as me, because I was thinking 24-10, 24-7. So if that happens, and now here's where this is where I hate 425 games. If Josh Jacobs doesn't play, whoever the running back is becomes the best value of the day. But you have no way of preparing for that. Unless you put him in a flex and you're okay to play, I guess it would be Luke McCaffrey. But that means you have to not have McCaffrey as one of your receivers. Now you're playing 4 receivers if you put him in a flex, which I don't like because I want to have all the running backs. If you're just looking at snap count for the year, in terms of actual carries, it would be Emmanuel Wilson. Pierre Strong, I think they brought in to be a passing down back. And I'm forgetting the other name. What's the, Chris Brooks. For me, it would be Emmanuel Wilson. If Josh Jacobs doesn't go, Emmanuel Wilson becomes the best value play of the day. But there is absolutely no way to prepare for that. That doesn't fuck you somewhere. No doubt. That's one that I almost want to take in some single entries. Just throw the dart at Emmanuel Wilson, and if I'm right, I've nailed a cheap running back. And if I'm wrong, then I have to play Luke McCaffrey as my 4th receiver, and I don't love that. But oh, no, I don't mind the play of McCaffrey. I'm more stuck on the I don't want to play 4 receivers today. Fuck, I don't want to play 3 receivers today. This is where I'd kill to have a Cordero Patterson that I could play. Well, he's actually a running back, but they list him as a receiver. Savion Williams. You going to ever be a thing? That'd be sweet if you were. God, he is the most. That is the. I watched the tape on him, and then I saw him in person and went, are we sure that's the same guy? I'm not positive that's the same guy because this dude looks heavy. He looks heavy. He's like Cordero Patterson if Cordero Patterson took HGH. Can they set a Bijan Robinson all-purpose yards number high enough for me to not take it? Can either of you name a starting linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers right now? There are a lot of dead ones. So your three starting linebackers for the 49ers are 5'10 D winners. Tatum Bethune, who's taken over for Fred Warner. And I'm going to guess Luke Gifford. Because they'll do anything to not play Nick Martin, because I've never been more right about a player than I was about him. For sure. That's no doubt the kid you cheated off of. Luke had all the banger answers. And he didn't have to look in the back of the book. Over. He might do that in the first half. If you're playing against Bijan Robinson this week in fantasy, you're already down 30. I'm in a long-time dynasty where Bijan is I have Bijan, Saquon. I have another one, but I can't think who it is right now. I'm in too many fucking leagues. Boom. Which, oddly enough, he's buddies with Luke Gifford. They drink beers with each other. Yes, when he leaves Atlanta. Yeah, when he goes to, let's see, who's really good at using guys like Kyle Pitts? When he goes to play for John Gruden a year from now. He's making a shitload of money, too. Oh, he's a lunatic. He's a lunatic, and I love it. In fairness, I've had a couple brands that have done that to me, including the hat that's on my head right now. Dude, seriously, the best advice the best advice I can give you, what's the worst they're going to say? No. Oh, you can't call him JCM. We know his name. Say his name and he appears. He is Bill Krosky Merritt. Fumbleina. I like Fumbleina too. So why are you sick of two Monday night games? You should be able to watch all of these too, because the first one starts at 7. Yeah, last week was a bitch because I was in Atlanta and then I had to scramble out of the stadium to get to a bar to watch the end of the Commanders game. I don't sleep, so I'm good with it. Just don't stack them. For the love of God, don't stack them. What is this, baseball? Fuck. We have two games that we're going to play at the same time. All I know is Tank kept watching baseball games while we were at Bears, and I'm like, you know it's fucking football season, right? We don't do baseball. They do baseball. Let them do baseball. Big dumper? Big dumper. Did the Jacksonville Jaguars bet against themselves today? Good God, this is disgusting. The Jaguars have turned it over on downs twice. That's hard to do. They're going to fall down the power rankings 2 weeks from now like a fucking rock in a creek. Yeah. They haven't had to do much. It's okay. He's probably about to get a serious amount of work on his next drive. Hey, if you played the captain's showdown for this game, first of all, seek help. Colby Parkinson as your captain looked insane at 9:26. Doesn't look so insane at 11:28. 100%. You need a meeting bad. You should, frankly, as a matter of fact, you need a meeting so bad you should bring the cookies. Kevin, the PRF. Yeah, go ahead. I think there are times Emmanuel Forbes forgets he's still in the league. I do too. We have. Yep. I liked Emmanuel Forbes until he went ahead of Christian Gonzalez, and I thought that was complete lunacy. We have breaking news, by the way. The Philadelphia Eagles are getting a boost to their pass rush because Brandon Graham is coming out of retirement. Why? Why do that? I, Brandon Graham went home. His wife pissed him off, and he went, "Fuck it, I'm going back. I'd rather get hit in the head than deal with your stupid ass anymore." No, I'm not going. No, I'm not going apple picking on a Sunday. Shut the fuck up. Just because I don't play anymore doesn't mean I want to do your lame ass shit. I'm going back to the league. The Browns are the first team with inactives out. Njoku. And Mike Hall. Has that dude ever played in an NFL game? He's been on their roster for at least a couple years now. No Grady Jarrett for the Chicago Bears. It doesn't change much for me. Nope. No Cairo Santos for the Bears, so we're going Jake Moody again. Gross. That does not help the Raiders. Oh. He's been a healthy scratch every game this week or this year. No doubt. I love that the Vikings just put J.J. McCarthy. We're not giving you anything else. Just he's not playing because he sucks. He's healthy, but he sucks. Uh-huh. Yeah, Sam Darnold is. If there was going to be passing in that game, I would really love Alec Manor, but there won't be. So no Garrett Wilson for the Jets either. No Michael Carter either, which means you're going to get a lot of Jarvis Brownlee in the slot, which means I dislike Hunter Renfrow and Liggett will probably play in the slot because Coker's coming back. Coker plays on the outside. He can play in the slot too. Just no Panthers. Simple enough. No Panthers. Just don't do it. There's enough value in other places. Just no. There's some that haven't come down yet. Let's see. Let me look at the slate. We I can do that. Hoffman's going tight end day for plus 85,000. That is aggressive. I am also stuck on why are your wagers $1.51 and 506. Like, but 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 my question is, why did you do it twice? Like, if you had a $5 wager and a 157, that I would have understood. What I don't understand is why is one 506 and one's 151. That sounds like superstition. And as a man with 13s tattooed all over his body, I can respect that. Oh God. Oh, boys, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real honest with you. And I'm really just saying this for next week, Jeremy. Why do I get hammered the night before NFL football, knowing damn well that I'm going to do it again? Like, why did I do? Just watching Alabama beat the shit out of Tennessee, just pounding fireballs. One guy asked me last night that doesn't come to the porch. He was like, "How do you get them to pour shots that big?" And I went, "I've never asked. They just keep doing it." Full rocks glass. I mean, literally full rocks glass, and they're like, "There's a shot." That's not a shot. This is not how shots work. I'm gonna be piss your pants, yell at your grandma drunk before this is all said and done. I don't remember walking home last night. I teleported. Oh, you just got to own. You just got to own that room. That's also a good. That's also a good time to perfect the Jeremy Green art of the lie. Come up with a whole backstory. There are no less than two women. There are no less than two women out there that think they once met a Bartholomew Jameson Simpson. Oh, I do love those. Nope, it's Bartholomew. Period. Just I wanted to go full monocle, but I never did that. I kept a hanky in my sleeve. The 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 Minnesota Vikings are going to get full skunked today. I'm I'm getting. Oh, there we go. There's two more. Josh Simmons still out. That is a weird story. That is a weird story. I got some hate for the way I said that. Well, he doesn't owe you any answers. No, but he probably does to his employer. And it felt like Andy Reid didn't have a damn clue why he wasn't in that room. Well, I mean, and he left the day of the game. I always get so. All right, I'm going to go on a little, like 30-second mini rant here. I get so pissed off when all of these goober fucks that have never worked a team job in their life, that they work customer service at Best Buy, feel the urge to tell me, well, he doesn't owe you shit. No, actually, he does. See, that's one of the things about getting paid millions of dollars is that you're part of a team and they have this thing called a game plan. And when you just randomly disappear, you kind of do owe them answers. And then, because of the way all of these things work, they then give the answers to us. You know, the people that cover this multi-billion-dollar operation. I get so annoyed at that. Like, do you think that somewhere there's a girl named Strawberry that's going to garble on your giblets because you just said that? Oh, I understand. I'm very progressive. I understand mental health. Blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Nobody asked you shit ever for anything. 100%. 100%. You've got one of the most forthcoming coaches in the NFL that just went, I don't have a freaking clue. I have no idea. Oh, it's Quinn Ewers' day. Quinn Ewers is the backup today. 2-1 to a Tagovailoa. Oh, boy, that could be a disaster. That could be an unmitigated disaster. Oh, they're so bad. They're so bad. One of our old program directors is a Dolphins fan. He literally texts me once a week just to tell me how pissed off at his team he is, to compare notes of if I am angry or at the Jets, and I am not giving him what he wants. Oh, are you pissed off about the Jets in London? Wouldn't know. Didn't watch it. Kind of like Florida State losing to Stanford last night. Didn't watch a second of it. Know exactly what happened. 12. Let's see. Math's hard. All right, so 12, 4. All right, we should be good now. Because there's 6 1 o'clock games. I believe so. Philadelphia just came out. Nothing. No Grant Calcaterra for any of you that are in leagues that are so deep that you need to seek a meeting. Grant Calcaterra. No Hunter Renfrow for the Panthers. That really just means that you're going to get either Liggett or Coker out of the slot, which I don't love. I want whoever gets Brandon Stevens. But win in that game too. So that's a weird story too. He had an accident at home. So he had an accident at home. Several Cowboys said they were praying for Trayvon, and then nobody would tell us what happened. I'm glad Kevin the PRF said that because I'm not going to lie to you. When I read that and then went down the rabbit hole, I went, oh, somebody's wife hit him in the head with something hard. Oh yeah, 100%. I don't think you get the T's and P's for falling in the shower. I mean, it's just a thought. You get the T's and P's because Mrs. Diggs found you with somebody down the street. Correct. Northman is that is a solid member name. I like that. Oh my God. Oh my God. The Jacksonville Jaguars right now are 1 for 4 on 4th down. How? They've been in the red zone one time. No points. Yikes. Matthew Stafford has thrown for 133 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he is the MVP of this game by a mile. That was the one that he played at Pittsburgh. I liked him late in the process. They're really high on him. And of course, Jordan Whittington, the one that I thought would be the beneficiary, he has 1 catch for as many yards as I do. I love football. I love football. Absolutely. Hey, we appreciate everything you guys do. I'll be in Charlotte. Let's see, I'm in Columbia Saturday. I'm in Charlotte Sunday for the Bills. Bills. Oh, good God, that Bills Panthers game. We have a fleet of people going to this game. We probably contributed no less than $7,000 to the Carolina Panthers for this game. Oh, I didn't go through one in Atlanta because I came in sideways. I had a meeting Monday morning, then had to wade through Atlanta traffic at like 3 o'clock, which was a bitch. Charlotte, I will be in Charlotte Saturday night, so we are just motoring down we're tailgating in a lot right beside the hotel. So we'll have the vans with us. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yep, we have done that before.